Well, long time no see,
Yeah, yeah.
Mr. Joseph.
And I apologize for those who didn't see the actual Maverick News episode before this. You hadn't heard. I've got a bad pinched nerve in the neck that's killing me. So I'm now lounging back on my green screen to relieve a little bit of the pressure, which is helping a little with that pain. But guess what? Now the bad posture is causing my back to ache. It's like I can't win. But
Well,
but that's
all
that's
the creaking bones, the sounds from that will just add to the mood tonight because we have something in store for folks that is a little bit scary. It's this is a great film for all of us night owls and classic film aficionados. Welcome everybody to another thrilling Maverick Midnight Matinee watch party. So, as in case anybody is new here, I'm Rick Walker, your Maverick Midnight Matinee host, and tonight I have my co-host with the most, Mr. Joseph Leonard, straight from Detroit, the Motor City.
Yeah,
How
and
are
I
you?
got my appropriate local MJR theaters, a Michigan-based chain. Their Epic Theater, which is kind of the us-brained IMAX, in my
So,
background there.
so tonight, we have something eerie, something scary, originally released in 1964. This film,
Well,
The Last Man.
I was already on with you for several hours, so I've
Yeah.
been looking at scary for a while. But couldn't I can't resist. Sorry.
So this movie was originally released in 1964, 1 year before I was born. That's how old I am. This film is an adaptation of Richard Matheson's novel, I Am Legend. It tells the chilling tale of Dr. Robert Morgan, portrayed by Vincent Price, who finds himself as the sole survivor of a devastating global pandemic that has transformed humanity into bloodthirsty, vampiric creatures. As we journey with Dr. Morgan through his solitary existence, battling both the external horrors and his internal despair, we can't help but draw eerie parallels to the events that unfolded during the pandemic of just the recent past. It's still kind of ongoing.
Yeah.
So this
Well,
movie, The Last Man on Earth, feels like a harbinger of our own recent past. It's almost as if it were a piece of, shall I say it, predictive programming, Joseph?
well, before we get started, did you see A Quiet Place Day One prequel? I thought that was
Mm.
far better than the other Quiet Day movies. The prequel's better than the other was. That's not a zombie apocalypse movie, but it's the same kind of thing, but aliens rather than zombies.
Mm. Well, it feels very relevant showing this tonight because of everything we have been through and everything we continue to go through. So I guess without further ado, folks, grab your popcorn, settle in, prepare to be captivated by Vincent Price's haunting performance. I'd say one of his very best as we watch tonight The Last Man on Earth. Let's reflect on the lessons it imparts and the uncanny foresight it seems to possess. Stay tuned, stay safe. Well, if you can.
Yeah,
And
and
let's enjoy.
as I joked during the show as we teased this movie, some would dare say Vincent Price's best on-screen performance was in the Michael Jackson video.
Yeah, well,
This
people
is a
can
close second.
let's watch this together and people can review this for themselves and make their own decision on that point. So here we go, folks, with The Last Man on Earth.
Yeah, Rick and I are both old enough to remember these black and white movie days. Yeah.
This movie's in the public domain. It's so old. What does that say about us? I'm so old, I'm in the public domain. I'm free. I'm not worth anything anymore. This movie's actually great.
Yeah, that looks like a couple years ago in our cities, right?
It does?
Yep. Yeah, this more and more reminds me of the Quiet Place movies that clearly were probably inspired by this kind of movie. Everybody's trying to reinvent the old stuff.
Another day to live through. Better get started.
Dun dun dun!
That's me when I get up too. That's what I look like.
I can relate.
December 1965. Is that all it has been since I inherited the world? Only 3 years. Seems like 100 million.
Garlic.
I just thought about it. I got out my whiteboard. I can make some quiet comments. Okay, we're dragging out the intro. They could have edited some of this.
Yeah, I own the world. An empty, dead, silent world. More of them for the pit. Every day there are more of them. They live off the weak ones and leave them for the pit.
It's a lot of work cleaning up them zombie corpses every morning. Honey, did you take the corpses out? It's Tuesday. It's corpse pickup day. Bring out your dad. Remember that from Monty Python?
Yep. I remember that.
He should wash his hands before he eats.
Some in this audience is probably too young to even remember the Monty Python stuff, let alone this.
KOKW calling. I'm on international frequency. Come in.
I hate to imagine the international rate he's being charged.
Well, that's shortwave.
Yeah.
There's a guy just down the street who's got like 100 antennas on his house.
Oh,
He's into shortwave radio stuff, yeah. I've never spoken to him. He doesn't live on my street, but I've noticed his house. He has a bunch of antennas on his cars, too.
I used to have a radio that would pick up shortwave. It would be good to have one.
And this garlic's lost its pungency.
Oh, use it for soup then.
There was a time when eating was pleasurable. Now it bores me. Just fuel for survival. I'll settle for coffee and orange juice this morning. But first, there's my life consider. I'd better replace that garlic. I'll need more, lots more. Better stop off and get them.
And where, after 3 years of zombie land, do you get new fresh garlic? Minor plot hole.
You can grow it.
If they show that he's doing that, yeah.
I can't afford the luxury of anger. Anger can make me vulnerable. It can destroy my reason, and reason's the only advantage I have over them. I've got to find where they hide during the day. Uncover every one of them. Now, where did I finish off yesterday? Madison Street to 31st Avenue. 11 kills. Over 3 years. And there's more than half the city I haven't searched.
And where exactly is the electricity coming from?
Just wide enough to keep the flesh apart so their body seal can't function. And how many more of these will I have to make before they're all destroyed? They want my blood. If their lives are mine, I still get squeamish.
He has a generator. He was putting fuel in it in Joseph in the garage.
There's a
At the beginning of
Kohler
the
out
film.
back. Oh, was there? Did I miss that, really?
It was a diesel
That
generator.
garlic. I'd better put it
Oh,
back
good.
where it
That's not a
belongs.
plot point
Can't
hole
live
then,
a
like I
heartbeat
thought
away
it
from
was.
hell.
I missed it.
And forget it.
But a lot of these apocalypse movies, they overlook that and make it an assumption that electricity just comes conveniently from the air to these people. That's a plot point hole in the Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes movie. Where's the electricity coming
That means
from
one more
to
stop.
power the bunker she goes
We
into?
gotta stop talking over the dialogue. People are getting upset.
I can get rid of them later. Right now, I'm out of gas.
Convenient.
Why does he need to throw a torch down there when it's already on fire? Just for the explosive effect, I guess. It's more dramatic.
Yeah. As if there would be an explosion there, right? While you're at the store.
Didn't he say it'd been 3 years?
Yes.
I don't think
Yeah.
I'd be wanting to eat any of that meat. Or maybe even
Eat-
walk in there at this
Still
point.
fresh. But I'll take only what I need. They've got all
Still
that.
fresh after 3 years. Yeah.
They can wait too. I've got my life to worry about. Those mirrors have to be replaced before dark.
An endless supply of mirrors. I guess you get them at different stores.
Square blocks to search. How many of them still exist? How long will I have to keep up this search?
If he's been doing that every day for 3 years, that gas tank wasn't empty.
I haven't much time left. It'll be dark in an hour.
This movie is like Home Alone for grown-ups, but instead of burglars, it's vampires. And instead of Kevin, it's Vincent Price.
And now, 12 long hours before the sun will rise and drive them back to darkness.
Wake up, fight vampires, do research, fight more vampires. He's got a pretty intense to-do list every day, doesn't he?
Rising Dragon said in there, maybe he goes out once a week, but wasn't he saying it's a daily thing for 3 years?
Morgan, come out. Come out.
Morgan, come out and play.
Morgan, come out. Come out.
What's that song? I hear you knocking, but you can't come in.
Mom, I can't see. I can't see. Mom.
Another day. Another day to start all over again.
Yeah, again, he said it again. This is a daily thing. That gas would be gone. There'd be no gas for his generator after 3 years. But again, every movie you've got to suspend believability and reality.
You'd get some fuel someplace. You go down, get yourself some Stay-Bill. You preserve some fuel right off the top. Go, I'm going to need this in 5 years. Store a bunch of it.
There
That's what
you
I would
go.
do. That's what I
Now
would
that
do.
that addresses, I think it was Dragon said, yeah, after 6 months, that would be broken down and unusable. But yeah, if you put some stable in there, did that exist then though?
Oh yeah, yeah. Fuel stabilizer.
The fuel situation is more believable than the meat at the store in a refrigerator being good after 3 years.
Unless it's McDonald's hamburger meat.
Birds. Birds. God, how I miss you.
Says Halo's life is exactly like this, he said.
Oh,
How
that
long
car!
is that? They'll be every
That car would be worth something now.
Morgan, get him.
They know him by name.
It's a good thing you got those mirrors. It's like, look at your hair. Look at your hair. No, I can't. I'm too embarrassed. Ah! Oh, yeah. That's a little hard on the arm.
And none of them thought to break in and be there when he got in.
Well, they're zombies. They don't think.
Yeah.
They just keep saying his name. Like, I don't know. Oh, those were the days. The days before his family got zombified. That pretty much sums up the way I was feeling during the height of the pandemic. I'm not joking, man. Like, that was about it. The way that we were all locked down. What they did to us, man. That's it.
Morgan. Do you hear, Morgan? Morgan. Do you hear, Morgan?
They're not actually calling his name. They're trying to order some Captain Morgan.
3 years. Hey, Verge.
Yes? Oh no, my makeup, my hair.
Hey, where is everybody? All I can see
Hi,
is-
Ben.
Oh.
I can hear children, but I can't see any children.
Uncle Ben! Uncle Ben! Hey, look at all those crazy. Ben, Uncle
Kathy.
Ben, Uncle Ben!
There's Ben. Where's Jerry? Make the ice cream.
Open them and see. Open them and
Oh,
see.
come.
Kathy?
Take a look at this.
It's highly theoretical, Ben.
Theoretical. Do I have to remind you that theory is a beginning of solution?
Is Europe's disease carried on the wind? Is it, Ben?
Could be.
And if it is,
It isn't, Verge.
is that what you really think, or just what you'd like to think?
I
Robert?
cannot accept half-baked theories that sell newspapers. I'm a scientist, not an alarmist.
You're whistling past the graveyard.
Is that a commentary on my work at the lab?
We both know how hard you've worked.
I'm sorry, Ben. I just can't accept the idea of universal disease.
Uncle Ben, you promised y'all a card trick.
All right, Kathy. Who can resist that face? All right. Card tricks. Card tricks.
Back then, the scientists didn't want a plague. Today, they
Robert.
do.
Yeah.
Is it possible this germ or virus could be airborne?
Anything is possible, Verge. The best brains in the world have been running through this thing with a fine-tooth comb. The germ is visible under a microscope, but it's not like any bacilli ever known.
In what way?
It can't be destroyed by any process we've been able to uncover.
But with the whole world trying, there must be a solution.
Hey, Mommy, when are you gonna cut the cake?
Right now, our problem is to cut that cake.
Hey, Mommy! Hey, Mommy!
Coming, coming.
I just now think, duh, click, enlarge to full screen. Hey, now I can actually see better what's going on.
The wind wake you up?
It always does.
How do you feel?
I'm all right.
Oh, don't get up, honey.
I'm not sick, Bob. I'll make
You
your
don't
breakfast.
have to.
I'll be all right. Go on and read your paper.
All right.
If only he were a better scientist to, as part of the process, find his blood was immune to this, so he could get an antigen from it. Yeah, everybody around him getting sick, but he's great. You don't think to look for a reason why?
Oh, sweetheart, look, if you don't feel well, please go back to bed.
I'm just a little tired, that's all. I wish somebody would find a vaccine.
It's all we're working on at the lab, Verge. Maybe you better not send her to school today.
All right. You think you should go to work?
I have to.
Oh, Bob. Bob. I'm so frightened.
Everything's gonna be all right, sweetheart.
Well,
The bacilli are multiplying.
that kicks the bone marrow theory in the head.
This specimen shows a higher white count than when I put it on the slide. Those cells are still living, Dr. Mercer, off one another.
There has to be an answer. You heard that all communications are ended outside the continental limits?
Yes, I heard.
That leaves it in our laps. So we keep trying. Where's Cortman?
Well, he should be here by now.
You two stay on this virus theory until I decide it's exhausted.
Right.
Yes, sir?
Morgan will fill you in.
All right, sir. And what did the great man of science have to say today? More of the usual?
Oh, he's trying, Ben, just like the rest of us.
And nothing works. The streets are swarming with truckloads of bodies that they're throwing into that god-awful pit. And the dedicated Dr. Mercer goes on with his plodding, unimaginative approach.
You have a better idea?
Maybe. At least it involves imagination.
Ben, it's as simple as this. An unknown germ is being blown around the world. It's highly contagious and it's reached plague proportions.
And you don't believe some of the dead have come back?
Now, let's get to work.
And why are they burning the bodies? Why don't they bury them?
Because it's the best known way to control the contagion, to keep the germ from spreading.
That's what we've always believed, at any rate.
You'd prefer us to believe in vampires?
If they exist, yes. There are stories being told, Bob.
By people who are out of their minds with fear.
Maybe. But there are too many to be just coincidental. Stories about people who have died and have come back.
They're stories, Ben, stories.
And why are the infected people always so tired in the daytime? Why can't they stand the sunlight? Why are they only seen at night?
Come here. Look.
I know his nose.
Look. Now, is this bacilli or isn't it?
It doesn't alter.
And this bacilli is found in the blood of every infected person, or isn't it?
To show me germs is not to refute these stories, Bob. Point is, if there are vampires, they exist in spite of these germs.
Come on, let's get to work.
If only, Vincent,
And
you
until
knew
further
it was
notice,
coming.
this station will continue its around-the-clock coverage of this national disaster. And now, we switch you to the state capitol, where His Excellency, the Governor, is speaking from the Executive Mansion.
His Excellency.
Further, I have, in conjunction with the federal government, declared this state to be a disaster area. The public health is dependent on bodies of the deceased being burned. You must notify the health department immediately if you have a plague victim in your home. Under no circumstances should you gather publicly. In view of the dire emergency that exists, I intend to...
Anything new?
Huh? No, nothing new.
Well, she lost the pearls that she had at the backyard birthday party.
Nothing.
Mommy, where are you? Mommy, I can't see. Mommy.
I'm going to call the doctor.
I said no. Verge, there's nothing they can do.
We can't just let her lie there.
Well, this way she has a chance. If you call a doctor, he'll report it. Do you want that?
Mommy. Help me. Mommy. Mommy, please help me. Mommy, help me.
How can you be so sure she...
Blindness is one of the symptoms. You're not to call a doctor under any circumstances. No one is to come into this house. Now remember that.
Mommy. Mommy. Mommy, where are you?
I've got to pick Ben Cortman up on the way to the lab. No one is to come into this house. Now remember that.
Who's there?
It's me, Ben. We're late. Ben, what's the matter with you?
Nothing, and I'm going to keep it that way.
Ben, look, let's talk about this.
There's nothing to talk about. You think I'm out of my mind. You laughed at me and my theory. You might be one of them.
Ben, look, you're ill. You ought to see a doctor.
No doctors. You take care of your life, I'll take care of mine. Now get away from here. You understand? Get away from here!
Nobody out there, but they still need a police escort.
There were still some people alive and you're still getting zombified at that time.
And the cop's gonna do what that the soldiers can't?
If you're looking for anybody but me, forget it.
Are they all gone?
That's right.
Is there any hope from the latest reports?
No, not yet. But believe me, Morgan, we'll find an answer.
When, Doctor? We need it right now. I need it.
You're the only one who wasn't afraid to come here today.
What's going to happen, Dr. Mercer? Is everybody in the world going to die before someone finds the answer?
No, I don't think so. I don't deny there's some strange evolutionary process going on, but mankind won't be destroyed. The fact that you and I are working here today is evidence of that.
All right, let's roll.
When? When?
I called a doctor. I had to.
I told you not to call anyone.
Mom, she was blind. She couldn't see. She kept reaching out her hands, groping for me. And then, all of a sudden, she was gone. When they came in, I tried to stop them. They took her.
I saw a truck out there. Was that it? Was it?
I'm sorry, lady. There's nothing I can do. Let that truck through. Get out of the way. Get back, folks. Nobody's allowed out there. Please, all of you, get behind those lines. Look sharp there. Move. Move along. Make way for that truck. Make way. Hey, you, mister! Come back! Come back!
Did this truck just come in from Market Street? I said, did this truck just come in from Market Street?
Mister, I don't know. Hey, you don't belong in here. Get out. I said get out.
I want my daughter.
Mister, a lot of daughters are in there, including my own.
Mom, I can't see! I can't see! Mom!
Verge.
Verge. Oh. No. I won't let them put you there, Verge. I promise. I won't let them put you there.
Got a nice spot for you out back next to the petunias.
Well, at least he's well dressed in his suit
dig-
and tie for the zombie apocalypse.
Zombies wouldn't have any respect for him if he didn't have his tie. I guess that's the vampire thing, right? They got to be invited in.
Who is it? Who's there?
Robert. Robert.
Morgan! We're going to kill you, Morgan! Morgan! You hear? Morgan! Morgan! Do you hear, Morgan? Morgan! Do you hear, Morgan?
Wonder if he's related to J.P. Morgan. You slept in your clothes again.
That's what you do when you get old, too. Just kind of flop down and pass out.
Yeah. Reminds me of that lit song. I'm sleeping with my clothes on. I came in through the window again last night.
If Cortman thinks he can get to me by destroying my car, his wits are getting dull. This
Oh, that
convertible
makes
would
sense.
be nice.
There'd be
Probably has as well.
plenty of cars lying around.
There was a time when I shopped for a car. Now I'm looking for a hearse. This station wagon will have to do.
Not a very loyal customer. I think the other was a GM product. This is a Ford.
Is he a dog or a zombie dog?
Alive. It's alive.
Wait! Don't run away! Come back here! Don't run away! Come back! Come back here!
Wherever he is, I've got to find him. If I have to search every street, every house, every alley, every inch of this town, I've got to find him.
Come back! Hey, boy, where are you?
He might have misgendered the
Where are
dog.
you, pal? Come here.
Just assume it's a boy.
They're dead. They've been staked. But these are made of iron, not wood, like mine. Someone else is alive in this world. But where are they? Where are they hiding? How many are there? Where did they come from? Why haven't I seen them?
Or them see you.
This is Robert Morgan. If somebody can hear me, answer me. For God's sake, answer me. This is KOKW calling. KOKW calling. Answer me.
I tell you, when I had my dog during the pandemic, that was something. My old Springer Spaniel, but she passed away.
So you finally decided to come back. It's all right, boy. Good boy. Don't worry, boy. You're going to be all right. Yes, you are. There,
Ding
now.
dong, Avon calling.
Up, You're gonna feel better. I'm gonna put you down here now, and you can rest. Got you all cleaned up. There you go. Rest. Oh. You know they're out there, don't you? You poor, driven thing. Everything's gonna be all right. Nobody's gonna hurt you. Everything's gonna be all right. All right. You're going to get better. We're gonna have lots of happy times together. You'll see, everything's gonna be fine.
Same things he was telling his wife and kids. How well that turned out.
Yeah, he's gonna see that the dog is infected. That dog is zombie material, man. Yep.
What's the use?
Oh, you had to drive a stake through the dog? Bummer. Bummer. Burying his wife didn't do any good.
Yeah, right. But he drove the stake through the dog before it
that's
became
true.
a zombie. So is that supposed to make a difference here?
Wait, I'm not gonna hurt you. Can't you understand? Wait. Wait. I'm not going to hurt you. Wait. 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 I couldn't be out here in the daylight if I was one of them. You know that they can't come out until sundown. Do you want to come with me or do you want to face them?
Yeah, Stoic teacher says he must have staked his wife and entombed her in the mausoleum. Thanks, Dragon. Sure do miss that old Springer. But I've got Cosmo. It was terrible when my dog died during the pandemic.
You feeling better?
Yes,
Would you like a cup of coffee?
thank you. You seem very well organized here.
Yeah.
My name is Ruth Collins. I was married. I lost my husband. You are alone? You were married.
Yes.
Children?
A daughter.
What are you doing? Please
Stop, please. Stop it, please. You're making me sick.
Why do you turn
Please.
away?
Please.
Why do you turn away? You are infected.
No.
Infected systems are allergic to garlic.
You think I'm one of them?
You will be.
You've made up your mind just because I...
You can't change the facts by talking.
Facts? What facts? That I got sick? I've had a sensitive stomach all my life. I saw my husband killed, torn to pieces right in front of our house. I've been wandering ever since, hiding at night, not eating more than scraps, sick with mourning, sick with fear, unable to sleep. Then you shout at me. You chased me across a field, hit me, dragged me to this house. And to top it all, when I get sick because you shove a piece of reeking garlic in my face, you tell me I'm infected.
Where are
Let me
you going?
go.
You can't go out there. It's almost sunset.
Let me go,
You
I
can't
said.
go out there now. In a few
I
minutes, the
don't
streets
care.
will be full
Let
up.
me go.
At
I don't
least let me give you a
care.
blood test.
Don't touch me. Don't touch me. Don't touch me.
You must be hungry. I'll fix you some dinner. You know, you should eat.
I can't. You seem used to them.
Oh, as much as anybody could be. I'm not frightened of them anymore, if that's what you mean. Oh, I protect myself against them, but only because there's so many. Individually, they're weak, mentally incompetent, like animals after a long famine. If they weren't, they surely would have found a way of breaking in here a long time ago.
Come out, Morgan.
Come out, Morgan.
That's Ben Cortman. He was my friend.
Your friend?
He was like a kid brother. If I could find him and destroy him.
But you said he was your friend.
When I find him, I'll drive a stake through him, just like all the others.
He's my friend.
I can't wait to kill him.
But you lived through all this. Do you know why?
Perhaps I was chosen. That's a laugh.
Rick, if you ever turn zombie,
Or
I
perhaps it's
promise to
because
kill
a long
you
time
too.
ago, when I worked in Panama, I was bitten in my sleep by a bat. My theory is that the bat had previously acquired the vampire germ. By the time it entered my blood, it had been strained and weakened by the bat system. As a result, I have immunity. Well, it's only a guess, but it's all I have to go on.
They even thought the
You
COVID
don't
came from
think
the bat.
that I'm immune. Do you?
It's a simple matter to find out whether you are
I
or not.
told you. Predictive programming.
What will you do if I am infected? Cure me? You don't have to answer. I know as well as you do. It's incurable.
There might be a way. If not of killing the germ, at least of containing it, keeping it from spreading. If I had the equipment, the time.
But you don't.
are one of them.
I was. And without that injection, I'll be one again.
What do you mean? You found a solution?
That's right. Exactly as you said it could be. I take that for it.
What is it?
Defibrinated blood plus vaccine. The blood feeds the germ. The vaccine keeps it isolated and prevents it from multiplying. We've had it for some time now.
We?
There are quite a number of us.
Me and Donald Trump.
And I thought you were alone. I
No.
was going to cure you. Does that amuse you?
No.
Now, I want the truth. I want all of it. Why are you here?
It was Dr.
Find out if you
Fauci's
know any
idea.
more than we do. You know, far less. We're alive. Infected, yes, but alive. We're going to reorganize society. Do away with all those wretched creatures who are neither alive nor dead. Start everything all over again.
And you want me to join?
You can't join us. You're a monster to them. Why do you think I ran when I saw you? Even though I was assigned to spy on you. Because I was so terrified of what I'd heard about you. You're a legend in the city, moving by day instead of night. Leaving as evidence of your existence bloodless corpses. Many of the people you destroyed were still alive. Many of
That
them
would
were
make you a
members
murderer.
of my group.
I didn't know.
How were they still alive
What do you
if
mean?
they were lying there motionless?
They're coming after you tonight. That's why I was sent here. To prevent you from resisting them. And supposed to keep you here. Until they come.
To eat your brains.
Yes.
Your new society sounds charming.
The New
Giving
World
up
Order,
any
pal.
society is never charming or gentle.
And you pretended to be shocked at my violence. Well, what are you waiting for? Why don't you go on and use it? Get it over with. Use it. Get it over with.
Now you know. What are you going to do?
So now supposedly part of
What are
the
you
bat
doing?
antigen
It's
is in
already
her.
done.
What?
Look. Look. You see? It worked, Ruth. The antibodies in my blood worked. My blood has saved you, Ruth. Do you know what this means? You and I can save all the others. We won't be alone. We'll never be alone again.
You are sure?
Wait. Don't be afraid. Where are you
I've
going?
got to get out of here. Tell them you're not a
You
threat
can't
to us.
go out there.
You
You
can save all
wouldn't
of
get
us.
10 feet.
When they come here, there won't be time for questions and answers. They'll come to kill. For God's sake, Robert, let me go. Oh, Robert, please.
Ruth, look, tomorrow.
Please. Oh, Robert.
Tomorrow, Ruth. Tomorrow will be
No.
all right.
Robert, no.
Morgan, I'm going to eat your brains.
See, now you're turning him into Schwarzenegger?
Hmm.
I'll be back.
He would make a
Robert.
good zombie.
What if this doesn't last?
But it will. I've already checked it under the microscope. Wait, I'll show
Trust the science. Just trust the
you.
science.
I'll prove it to you. I'll check it again.
If he fast-tracked it, he didn't even wait for FDA approval. It's safe and effective.
Ruth, just take a look at this.
Oh man, she didn't stay put. She
This'll
took
prove
off.
it to you. Ruth, there's no
Told you.
change. I've double checked.
That's what they always do, man.
Ruth,
They have to go get in
Ruth!
trouble. They have to go rescue them
Ruth, get away from her.
every time. You jerk.
Are you all right?
No
I think
means
he-
no. For kissing or biting people's necks, no means no.
Run, Robert! Robert, run! Run! They've come to kill you, Robert. Run! Run!
Up there!
It's a bird. It's a plane.
It's a plane. I was thinking the same thing.
There he is.
Wait! You don't understand! Wait!
Get him! Get him!
Why wouldn't you have just shot him already?
Wait!
Round the block! Move! Move! This way! Hey, over here! This way! Cover outside!
Ouch. Oh.
Stand back.
There he is, near the church. Over there.
It's done for now.
Freaks. All of you. All of you freaks. Mutations.
Oh.
Hold it.
You're freaks. I'm a man. The last man.
Robert.
Oh, see, she fell in love with him.
Of me. They were afraid of me. They were afraid of me.
I didn't know.
killed by some crazy cult people.
Don't cry. There's nothing to cry about.
Yeah,
You're all safe now.
sure.
All safe.
I don't think so.
Yep. You're right. Predictive programming, right? They all want us genetically modified.
It's so
DNA,
many. Hey,
mRNA, DNA modification.
yeah. Look, hey, virus, bats involved, just like the pandemic. I'm telling you. I told you, it's got it all, man. And it's just like well, really, so many parallels there, so many similarities. It's scary, really, when you think about it. And
Oh,
when I think about the coverage that the media spin that was put on it in the beginning, especially of the pandemic, the image of the pit. I remember the story about the mass grave in New York. Do you remember that story?
no,
And
I don't
yeah, and there was
remember
the
that.
aerial. They had the aerial photograph, and they were talking about how they were putting all the bodies in the pit in New York City during the yeah. You don't remember that? Oh,
No,
that
I
scared the
don't.
crap out of people. And then they had they were just scaring everybody to death in the beginning. They had
Right, they
yeah,
wanted to make that look like the Spanish flu, where they
that's
literally
right.
had to have the
There were
burning piles. Yeah.
quite a number of stories involving depictions of mass graves like that. The truth of that story was, and we were talking about propaganda during the regular program tonight, the regular Maverick News program. The truth of that story is that they always have a pit like that. They always have a mass grave going in New York because that's where they take the bodies of homeless people, unidentified bodies. And New York, of course, is a huge city. It has almost half the population of Canada in one city, right? So you have all kinds of different social problems, challenges that you don't have in rural areas. What do you do with all the homeless people who die? No insurance, no money, no family quite often. So they have to take care of the bodies, and they put them in caskets, and they bury them in these large graves. But
Yeah.
that wasn't specifically for COVID, although they led people to believe that. They had an aerial photograph that they were putting out, and that was a major story and went national. And I as soon as I saw it, I was like, that's propaganda, and that's
Yeah.
exactly what it was.
I don't remember that. But again, yes, that's a perfect
Yeah.
classic example, right?
Yep.
Make use of something uh, that locals probably all knew about. But
Mhm.
like I said, this is the first time actually hearing of this. Now, all
Yep.
these years later, they're able to elevate that to something beyond what it really was, like we talked about on the earlier show,
Yep.
and propagandize others with it. Yep.
That's exactly right. And you know, since then I've seen, especially during the last couple of years with these wars in Ukraine and in the Middle East, in Gaza, just just all kinds of propaganda like that. We talk about it a lot on the program. Maybe uh, maybe I talk about it too much. It's enough to drive you nuts. It really is.
I gotta lay back again.
Yeah.
My damn neck. Oh,
So just help me wrap things up here tonight, Joseph. What do you think of the movie?
yeah. You know what? Now that I've seen it, I thought I saw it, but I don't remember having seen it now that we've seen it tonight.
Mhm.
So, but I was a Vincent Price fan, so although 64, right? I was only 2 years old when it originally came out. I
Mhm.
would have assumed and thought I saw it later, but I guess I had.
Yeah. Well, uh, I think that that movie was just it's creepy how similar the whole thing is to what has happened in the last number of years. It's really creepy, but thought it was really good, especially for the time. And if anybody out there hasn't seen the Will Smith version, I Am Legend, highly recommend it. Really good film.
Well,
I think,
see
yeah.
the Heston version first, then see the progression from the
Mhm.
then to then the 70s Heston version to the 2000s Smith version.
Yeah. So yeah, great flick. Some thing gives us all some things to think about, and I'm glad everybody was able to hang out with us tonight during this Maverick Midnight Matinee. It was fun. Thank you, Joseph, for both the work that you did on the story that you brought to us tonight on Maverick News, and for hanging in there with that kinky neck of yours
Yeah, I think
for
I'm
this
gonna
program
probably
too.
have to run a very hot bath to soak in, try to
Yeah.
loosen up the muscles and relax the nerve a little, or I'm not
Mm.
gonna get to sleep tonight.
Yeah. I'll tell you this, the one thing, just a closing thought, we take things for granted. And I find myself even taking things for granted again now that things have become a little bit more normal. But, during the pandemic, and I talked about losing my dog, that dog, um, I'll tell you, when you're locked down like that, that dog was keeping me sane. It really, really, truly was. I love that dog so much. Sure do miss that dog. And I swear, you know, Shelby was my dog's name, and it would come up to the table when I would be sitting at the kitchen table, having lunch or dinner, and she would just put her head down in my lap and just sit there. Because, and I swear to God, I'll be sitting at that table, and Cosmo does it sometimes, not as much, but I swear to God, I sense that dog right at my side even now. Sometimes I just, uh, I just miss that dog so much. It meant so much to me. It's like that scene, the Wilson in Castaway with Tom Hanks,
Hmm.
you know, but a dog, man, that dog just my companion. And so it just I think people can relate to kind of what I'm saying, right? It's just these things are amplified when you're in a situation like that, and we just I just it just makes you appreciate things more. But maybe we have to remind ourselves, because as things get more normal, I do find myself taking things for granted again, and we
Yeah,
shouldn't forget. We shouldn't forget.
yeah, yeah. That's the danger. We memory hole so many things we shouldn't, that then when something starts to trend away again, we don't have that then inner warning of, uh no, you're not putting us through this again.
Yeah, and the systemic problems that were there that got us into this mess have largely not been dealt with.
Correct.
I'm
Yeah.
not sure that anything would be any different if it were to happen again, even tomorrow. I think that I think the pandemic also showed us that human beings are human beings. Human nature is predictable. As much as we think we have learned from the past, from the mistakes of the past, from past wars, I think I learned during the pandemic that I don't think we've learned much of anything at all. And that's also being played out with these new wars. which are really just extensions of old wars that have just been reignited in many respects. So hopefully we can bestow a little bit of insight, some wisdom through this program. And I thank you, sir, for contributing to that tonight.
I appreciate you having me again. And this was fun. This was different. So, yeah.
Yeah. And I will be back tomorrow night, folks, at 7 p.m. Same bat time, same bat station. But in this case, the bat inoculated Vincent Price.
Yep.
So
Yeah,
it'll
that
be-
was.
It'll be a good bat tomorrow night here on the Maverick News Channel. See y'all then. Love you guys. Catch you on the flip side.
This has been a Maverick Multimedia production.